Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today it's with great pride that I'm sharing with you the ATOLL IN80 integrated amplifier. As the model suggests, this is an 80 watt stereo integrated amplifier. It's a nice little form factor. It's a couple in the range, so they do a 50, an 80, a 100 and a 120. The range, the whole ATOLL ethos means that we see gradual steps and improvements. So small little changes in price are easy to justify as far as some of the change that they've introduced as far as the toroidal power supplies and numbers of those, quality and size of capacitors to power, the quality and size of transistors for its output. The whole range is modular. So you can add a phono, preamp or a DAC or something like that really easily, whether it be today or tomorrow as your needs might change. So this whole combination means not only is it sonically superior than most in its price, and I mean, if not all, brilliantly well made in France. It means it sets a quality set in your system that will be timeless, whatever your needs might change. Change the phono preamp from a moving magnet to a moving coil, add a DAC, all of that at your leisure. So it's wonderful to see such an affordable, price competitive product here in New Zealand. Right, the packaging. Very basic and muted. This sort of design, in fact the box is utilised, as you can see, with the implications on the end for any number of different products. The IN80 is simply sort of a little Sharpie note along with the serial number. Now this particular one is in the alternative aluminium colour, which is why we see that delineation also there, along with the options that we see that can be factory fitted if required. The packaging again very straightforward, and the emulation of what's inside on the other side. Opening this really straightforward. Some simple nicks and we're in. The packaging for the product is relatively basic. It's all that it needs to be. It does a good enough job to protect it in transit. Off to one side there's a New Zealand figure 8, IEC power cord, ATOLL's universal remote control with little coin-sized batteries, lovely fit and finish. It will operate the entire range of ATOLL. So if you get the CD player or something like that, it will operate it, along with any number of features that you might require. Off to one side there's the user manual, which is the same that you will see in the 50, 80 and 100 version. Getting the unit out of the box is very straightforward. Okay. And we see it protected with that classic sort of closed cell foam. Opening the bag, again very straightforward, simple nick. And drag the bag off. Now with this model it's got a slight departure from some of the ventilation that we have seen in some of the other alternatives. With the amplification essentially down the middle, the ventilation is as well. Other units have ventilation along the sides. It has a single toroidal power supply, making it a little bit weighty on one side, but only slightly. And you'll see that big nugget of a bolt holding things together. It's got some good quality rubber feet, and you can see from its size it's not very deep, and it's traditional width. The front of it is quite beautiful and elegant. I mean, it's just as simple and elegant as it needs to be, with an extruded aluminium front with the IN80 screen printed. We see the power on and off, and the ability to select between the inputs and outputs in a left and right toggle. There's an IR sensor, the volume control. Now this is a traditional volume control, not a rotary encoder. There's a 6 1/4 headphone socket, as well as an indication of what input that you are utilising. Each a screen printed auxiliary CD tuner, DVD, tape loop as well. Again, the unit is not very deep and very well ventilated. The volume pot is directly in centre, and if you just catch the light right, you'll see a series of capacitors for the main output stages. Turning it around, the first thing we're going to actually look at is the module that I alluded to. This slot can be removed and a phono preamp or DAC or both can be added if required. The boring part, it has a traditional IEC power socket off to one side with a fuse and a rocker switch. The outputs are more centralized in this model. Again, good fit and finish as far as the binding posts, protected with a little plastic cap which can be removed should you want to utilize bananas. Beneath the output is a 12-volt trigger to help control other products and turn on a cascade of things like a power amplifier or some other piece. There's twin pre-outs, and that's quite unique in anything of this quality. The utilization enables you to use it as a preamp in a larger power amplifier application, or to utilize subwoofers at the same time. It has a bypass, a tape loop in and out, and then the inputs, traditional analog inputs, labelled DVD, tuner, CD and auxiliary, all very, very clearly labelled. It is a simple, elegant little amplifier that performs mightily, sonically beautiful, absolutely stunning in its price. It is probably no competition. So there we have it. ATOLL's IN80, their little 80 watt integrated amplifier, unboxed here at the listening post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.